Are you tired of missing out on the stock market's biggest movers? I'm Jason from TrendSpider, and in this video, we're tackling the challenge of identifying stocks that have the most promising technical and fundamental setups, the type that could skyrocket in the weeks and months to come. Using TrendSpider's sophisticated tools, we're not just theorizing, we're diving into actionable strategies. So if you're ready to change the way that you trade, let's jump into it. What we're looking for here are stocks that are strong under the hood, that haven't broken out yet, with good fundamentals to support their technical strength. So let's first talk about defining technical strength. There are many ways to do it. One of the most efficient ways that I can think of is with moving averages. I like to look for moving average alignment across 3 varying lengths, as well as the price being above all of them, basically like what we're seeing here on the SPY chart. So let's jump into the scanner and get that part scripted. Here in the scanner, the first thing I want to define is that price is greater than the 20 SMA. Then I need to define that moving average alignment. And to do it, I'll say that the 20 is greater than the 50. Then I'm going to duplicate that condition and switch this to the 50 and this to the 100. So that covers the technical strength part. Let's jump to the fundamentals next. One of the best ways to define fundamentals here is through earnings. I want to find companies that are consistently increasing profits for their shareholders. To script this in the scanner, I'm going to use the earnings parameter and specifically define the earnings per share. I'm looking for an increase in the EPS value from the previous report to the current one, but I also want to define multiple quarters of growth. And to do that, I can duplicate this condition and adjust it to the reports that I want to define. Now, a last thought here before we move on. If the street is excited about a stock, it can be another component that can help to drive the price higher. So as a final condition, I'm going to also say that there have been analyst buy upgrades within the last 25 days. So now I have the script built. The next thing I need to do is utilize it and find names that are actually meeting this criteria. I like to scan through the NMS and the NYSE composite lists. There are over 5,000 names within those lists. That's plenty for me. As the scan yields results, I can flip through the charts and cherry pick the ones that look the most interesting. I also can set up a custom watch list so that when I find names I like, I can flag them and then quickly add them to it. So now I've got a nice little watch list put together, and there are some enticing setups here, but surely not all of them are created equal. So my next thought is, how can I refine this list further? And one of my favorite ways to do that is with seasonality. I'm specifically looking for names that have strong historical performance this time of the year. As I scroll through my watch list that I just made, I can look at the seasonality data of each name, and what I'm really looking for here is increasing seasonal strength over the next few months. In my current list, there are 3 names that seem to meet this criteria. We've got AMD, STNE, and GPN. So next, let's break down each of these charts one by one, starting with AMD. So here at AMD, the new all-time highs put in over the past weeks are certainly bullish, but it's already made a huge move. So this one isn't quite what I'm looking for. I'm going to remove it from the list for now, but I can always come back to it later if I want. With STNE here, this setup is a bit more like what I'm after. On the weekly, it's coming out of a big base and flagging. On the daily, the platform's identifying a textbook ascending triangle. It looks like price tried to break out during the most recent session, but it did get rejected, which could be a sign of weakness. So I'm going to set a horizontal level here at the recent highs and have the platform notify me when price is actually able to push higher. Finally, let's look at that third name, GPN. Now, this one's pretty interesting. It's got that rounding bottom base on the weekly. It's, of course, meeting all of my technical and fundamental criteria. Price is tightening into the upper corner of the ascending triangle here on the daily, but it hasn't broken out yet. Seasonality is showing me that we're currently in a strong time of the year historically for the name, and I can see on my smart checklist that some additional technical criteria that I'd like to look for is even being confirmed on lower timeframes as well. This is exactly the type of setup that I'm after. See how easy that was? Now it's your turn. If you're a TrendSpider trader, I've put a link to the scanner that I made in the description of this video. You can feel free to download it to your account and start utilizing it today. I hope it helps you find the next big market movers. As always, happy trading, and we'll catch you next time.